Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, my collective. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So, you guys, this is going to be your romance and love oracle message for today. To all of my current followers and subscribers, welcome back in, you guys. I always love having you here with me. Thank you so much for all your love and support. You guys are absolutely amazing. I can't say it enough how grateful I am for you. To all of my incoming followers and subscribers, welcome in, you guys. You're always welcome here. Hopefully, you find the message useful for you when dealing with a romance and love situation or maybe just a life situation. And also, you guys, make sure to check out the rest of the channel. There are other messages that may be useful for you. And thank you all the love and support. If you'd like to support me and the channel, you can check out my About section on my profile, and it will give you links to my Etsy shop and also to my Cash App as well. All right, you guys, let's see what is going on with romance and love in your lives right now. Let's see what the collective has going on. Let's see if love is treating you right, or if there are some lessons we may need to be learning when it comes to love at this time. So let's see what we got going on. Okay. All right. So first card out, falling fast. Okay. You guys falling in love with someone? Got somebody on your brain that is not breaking your heart, it seems. What else? What else? What's going on in my collective? Okay, individuality. Okay. So you're falling in love fast with someone who is not breaking your heart, who's allowing you to be yourself. Okay, we have to be careful. Okay, possible illusions. Okay, what else? We need two more. Okay, abundance in reverse. Okay, one more. And then we'll clarify each one of these and see what's really going on. Closure. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So this almost makes me feel like we're talking about two people. So I feel like I'm talking to someone who is possibly falling in love in a new situation with a new person, who is basically, almost kind of repairing heartbreak. And they are letting you still be yourself, which you are loving. And I feel like that's why you're falling in love. And then I have this energy down here of someone who gave you illusions. You never felt like you were receiving an abundance of love in the situation, and that you are looking to find closure with. So, okay. Well, let's start with the top three and let's just see if we can clarify. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Okay, so falling fast. I have apology in the reverse. So I feel like because you are already in a situation, where you are falling in love with someone, you are no longer looking for an apology from probably the person from your previous relationship. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And in this new situation, you are embracing the imperfections. You are realizing that love can be beautiful and a beautiful mess. And you are embracing this new opportunity to, stay out of heartbreak with this new person. And it seems like you're just kind of enjoying the ride at this time. Like again, having someone come in who seems to come in right on time after you've had to walk away from a situation where you were constantly fed illusions, you were never treated with equal reciprocity, you were never nurtured, you were never told, affirmations about yourself, you were never, um, adored in the way that you really needed. You know, I think that you are okay with, you know, the mess that love brings here, because this person is showing up for you and they are showing with their actions, that they don't plan on hurting your heart here. And you realize that, people don't have to be perfect in order to be loving. Sparks, yeah. Keep the sparks flying. Surprise each other with gestures of love. I feel like this is why you are falling in love with this person. You're able to be yourself, and you like to be able to give in a way that shows that you appreciate them. They also give to you as well, and it makes you feel like they see you. It makes you feel like they pay attention to your needs, your desires. So there are definitely sparks flying between the two of you at this time. And again, you don't feel smothered. They give you your space. They allow you to be who you are, and they support you in your growth, in your endeavors. And it seems like they have the same things that they are focused on. So, you guys are not codependent, by any means in this situation, which is good. That's always a good sign. Okay. So we have possible proposal coming, some type of surprise here. Interesting. Maybe both of you guys are falling fast, and maybe you have an offer to take this to the next level that's coming in soon from this person, or this is what you guys both maybe mutually have on your mind, which is also a good thing. Very good. What else? Yeah. It's definitely going to come in as a surprise here. So somebody is working on something, whether I'm talking to the divine feminine in this situation, or if I'm talking to the divine masculine, you are falling in love with this new person in your life, and you know that they don't have bad intentions for you. You love everything about them, including their imperfections. You love that they allow you to be yourself. They allow you to be who you are. And they show up for you. They show you that they plan on being in your life. They plan on, creating a foundation that is built on concrete that is going to be steady for the both of you. And you guys have this amazing physical attraction, mental attraction to each other, and you guys love the fact that you are both able to grow, um, as individuals through this romance here. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What else? What else? Yeah, boundaries in the reverse. Yeah, you don't feel like, this is somebody who you have to have up such high boundaries with, because you guys already respect each other's space here. You guys don't need to say the obvious. And, sometimes common sense is not so common, especially if we're talking about matters of love, right? Especially when you find yourself falling in love really fast with someone and it comes unexpectedly. Sometimes it's hard to kind of control those, emotions, those exciting emotions, especially during the honeymoon phase, when you are realizing that your heart is safe with this person. You're realizing that this person actually truly respects you and sees you and loves everything about you, even the things that you find you're insecure about. And they make you feel loved and appreciated every single day. That's amazing. Yeah. Like I said, this person is definitely planning something. They are definitely planning something for you here. They don't want any more boundaries between you. Look how close these two are. They literally want to be close to you, wedding, taking your relationship to the next level, one step at a time. Yes, they are willing to take the time, you know, you guys need to get to this place. If you guys are, just starting out, maybe it's a newer relationship, maybe it's only been 6 months to a year, so there's still some things to work out or grow towards. But I can tell you that they see you, and this is what they see for you in the future. They truly want this with you. Wow. It's interesting how you get out of one situation, and you're not ever sure if you're going to find the right person, going through heartbreak and breakups and, divorces and separations, you can start to kind of lose your faith in love, but one of my biggest models, the things that I truly believe in and I say all the time is, faith and love can heal. It can heal all of us. But people easily lose faith in love, but they misplace their resentment or their anger on love. But it wasn't love that hurt you. It was the person who did not know how to love you that hurt you. It was the person who didn't know how to love themselves, who you expected to love you, that hurt you. So we have to place the blame where it goes, which is on the individual, not love itself. Love is always available and abundant to us if we look for it. You were dealing with someone in the past who had a lot of charisma, and that's why you fell for the illusions. They had the gift of gab. They knew what to say. They knew how to tug at your heartstrings. They were very good at making you feel the way that you wanted to feel, but they were not truly nurturing. They were not truly nurturing you in the way that you needed, so it was like a lot of hot and cold behavior, mixed messages, so this situation probably had you in your head a lot because you didn't know actually how to feel. And yeah, you are now no longer settling for the illusions. You are no longer settling for less than what you deserve out of love, out of a person that you are choosing to invest in. You need and expect the other person to also invest in you just as much as you invest in them. And you will now accept no less than that. Yes. When you were in this situation and you guys were together, you were not receiving the level of abundance that you should have. You should have been able to find joy and pleasures in being with this person, but there was a lack of love and abundance here that was given to the situation when you guys were connected. Yeah, so you were absolutely neglected. You were not celebrating. You were not excited. You were not doing things together. You were not able to share this love situation even with the people that you loved, because it wasn't given to you, because they didn't have time for you, because they probably were preoccupied, it sounds like, with someone else. So you were not receiving in the way that you should. There was no equal give and take in this situation, and you figured out that you could not trust them. This is how many times you gave your heart and you expected them to take care of every bit and piece of your heart, and every single time they fed you more illusions. They were very charismatic. They said what you wanted to hear. Even if you were mad at them, they would say something to maybe make you laugh, make you smile. So you would forget about the fact that they just literally broke your heart, or they literally just disrespected you to your face. And yeah, now that the red flags that you didn't see before, because this says love can be blind, ensure you're not overlooking red flags. So when you were in this situation with this individual, you were blinded to the red flags, or you possibly saw the red flags, but you ignored them because you really wanted to make this work. But now that the unseen is now seen, This is why you can give yourself closure in this situation. This is why now you can walk away, especially because you already have a new person in your life that is willing to love and support you the correct way. And you are, taking this window of opportunity for this new adventure that's, here for you. It's already come in because you are choosing closure of this past situation. You are taking this window of opportunity head on. You are realizing your self worth. You are choosing, loving yourself because, yes, you realize that this past situation, while it was cloaked as a gift, it was not. A gift is something that's supposed to make us smile, that's supposed to be memorable. It's supposed to allow us to grow, but this person was not a gift. It was almost as if they were karmic energy to you. They were someone maybe brought into your life to teach you more self-love, more self-respect, because maybe you didn't have high enough expectations. Yes, this person was not your destiny. They were not the person that you were supposed to end up with, apparently, because you have found the person. From what I can tell, you are definitely on your way with this new individual, again, who I can tell absolutely loves and adores you. Yeah, there was not even romance here with this past person. There was, wow. I mean, you were definitely, yeah, no romance, no passion. You were strictly there, it seems, to be of a benefit to them, but now you're on the right path. Now you are going in the right direction. You've turned your back on this past person. You are not looking back because you realize you're the star. You realize what you deserve. You realize that you were tired and you don't want to be alone. You were feeling alone when you were supposed to be in a relationship with someone, but they made you feel alone. And you're tired of that. You're not accepting that. Yes. And this person is now your ex that you are healing your heartbreak from. And you have the right person in your life at this time to help you move forward and to do that. You are definitely on your way, collective. And whoever this new person is, they seem to know what it takes to truly nurture you, to truly give to you, to truly help you to heal. Because maybe they've also been in a similar situation. Maybe they've also been hurt before in the past, by a previous um, lover. And so they know that they can't take you for granted because they know what it feels like, to be taken for granted. So, congratulations, you have ran into the right one after having the courage to close the door and give yourself closure on this past person, because you can't truly find what you're looking for, or the person that is for you can't find you when you are stuck to a past situation. So that is definitely the first step in moving forward. And it looks like you had courage enough to do that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. All right, I'm going to give you an oracle message from Feminine Wisdom. Just a message of encouragement for you guys. And in these messages, you guys, understand that feminine and masculine energy can be intertwined. So just make sure, that you flip the roles, where it goes, because this is about how a person treated you, how you were not appreciated in the previous situation, and how you have now found the right person and you're on the right path here. Again, so flip the energies where they go. And your message of advice is number 5, confidence, faith to rely on yourself. 5 could be a synchronicity. 5 has everything to do with change. And obviously, that's what you did. You chose to change. You chose a different path. You chose to find your self respect. And you ran into the right one, it seems. So we have confidence, the faith to rely on yourself, feeling sure of yourself. That quiet inner voice that knows you are capable of fulfilling your dreams is slowly becoming louder. And for good reason. You are called to fulfill your capabilities and start showing up for yourself. Being confident is not about being superior to others. In fact, it has nothing to do with others. It's about you, your values, gifts, and inner knowledge. Put aside the doubts within you and show up in your full glory. Affirmations: I am capable, I am worthy, I am more than enough. And you are, collective. You were always more than enough, but you had a person in your life who didn't see you, who didn't appreciate you, but they didn't even have their own confidence. They had their own insecurities. This is why they felt the need to treat others in this way when it came to matters of the heart. They were still healing or needed healing, but they weren't ready for that. So when you came and you were ready to love, they fed you illusions, and they, were charismatic and said what you, wanted to hear. So again, you are now confident. You are healing from this past situation and moving to the right path with the right person that is not going to leave you alone, because they absolutely adore you. And how could they not? Look at you. You're beautiful. Beautiful or handsome. Some of my masculines out there, you guys, ooh, got the chills. You guys are amazing the way that you take care of yourselves. You guys show up and you step out. You looking good, smelling good. You know, you definitely deserve love just as much as the feminines out here. All right, you guys. Well, that's what I got for you. The message did resonate, you guys. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. I would greatly appreciate it. But until next time, collective, bye. And P.S., you are worthy of the love you are receiving. Accept it. Let it in. Laters.